It's boasting. Well, maybe not necessarily in that way, but that is another point that I need to make, going on to verse 5, is it does not behave itself unseemly. It seeks not her own, is not easily provoked. It thinks no evil. Not only that, it doesn't envy. You know, a lot of people say, I mentioned this yesterday, that when a person gets in a relationship, and all of a sudden, let's say they have more money or in a situation like that, or they have a friend that is going around, or your partner has a friend of the opposite sex, you start envying them. You start getting jealous of that situation. Your spouse is getting all the attention. You go to a family gathering, they're getting all the attention. Everybody's asking them about their job, how they're doing. They leave you completely out of it. And you start getting jealous, you start envying. God's kind of love doesn't do that. God is not that way towards you. When you forsake God, anytime that there's been a situation where you take credit for what God has done for you, there's been a time where God should have taken the credit out of something that was totally Him. You took complete credit for it. You're in your job. You think you're doing so good. You're being promoted left, right, and center. You know, you think you're doing so good. You feel so good about yourself. You're puffing yourself up. You think you're the man. You start walking around with a puffed up chest. You think you're all good. You got all the money. You got the girls coming after you. You got the guys looking at you. Everybody thinks you're some specimen. You know, they're coming up to you for advice. They're coming up to you for this. They're coming up to you for that. You are puffed up. You are vaunting yourself. True love does not do that. God does not do that to you. God is not going to be there and, all jealous about what's going on in your life. God isn't like that. Moving on, let me show you in verses 5. This is incredible, all the things that he says in here. It does not behave itself unseemly. A lot of people too, I don't really know how to give you a better example than this.